You reach for your phone. You don't even think about it. Your hand just moves. You unlock the screen, you scroll, you close the app. You open another one. You scroll again. You put the phone down. 3 seconds later, you pick it up again. You know you're doing it. You can't stop. But the real reason you can't stop checking your phone is far stranger than you think. And it has nothing to do with willpower. You pull out your phone in line at the grocery store. You check it during a movie. You check it at dinner. You check it in the bathroom. You check it in bed. You check it first thing in the morning, before you even say hello to anyone. You're not weak. You're not distracted. You're human. And your human brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do. Let's start with your ancestors. About 300,000 years ago, you were standing on an open savanna. Your tribe was small, maybe 150 people. Your survival depended on one thing above all else: social information. You needed to know who was hunting, who was gathering, who was sick, who was angry, who was a friend, who was a threat. You needed to know it all, and you needed to know it immediately. A rumor could save your life. A warning could save your children. You see, humans are the ultimate social animals. We didn't survive because we were strong or fast. We survived because we cooperated, and cooperation requires constant communication. Your brain evolved to crave social information the way it craves food. It was that important. So your brain developed a system. Every time you learned something useful about your tribe, you felt a small reward, a little hit of dopamine. That good feeling you got when you heard a piece of gossip? That was your brain telling you to keep doing it. Keep paying attention. Keep gathering information. Keep surviving. Now, fast forward to today. You're holding a device that gives you unlimited social information, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every notification is a potential update. Every like is social validation. Every message is a potential threat or opportunity. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a tribal rumor and a Twitter notification. It only knows that information is coming and it wants more. So you check and check and check. But here's the strange part. You know rationally that most notifications are useless. You know that email from your boss can wait. You know that meme your friend sent isn't life-changing. And yet, you still check. That's because your rational brain and your ancient brain are fighting each other. Your prefrontal cortex says, wait. Your dopamine system says now. And the result is compulsion. Psychologists call this the variable reward schedule. It's the same mechanism that makes slot machines addictive. You don't know when the next reward will come. It might be a funny message, it might be a like, it might be nothing, but the uncertainty keeps you checking. Your brain is wired to find patterns and rewards in randomness. And every time you check, you get a tiny dopamine hit, just enough to keep you coming back. In 2018, researchers at Harvard studied phone addiction. They found that people checked their phones an average of 85 times a day. That's once every 10 minutes. They also found that the average person spent over 3 hours a day on their phone. 3 hours. That's 45 full days a year. But here's the counterintuitive twist. That doesn't mean you're addicted to your phone. It means you're addicted to information, and that's something your ancestors were addicted to too. The phone is just a tool, a powerful one, but the real driver is your ancient brain. You're not checking your phone because you're bored. You're checking because your brain is scanning for threats and opportunities, just like it did on the savannah. You're not scrolling because you have nothing better to do. You're scrolling because your brain is doing what it evolved to do. Gather information, stay connected, survive. This is where it gets truly fascinating. In 2016, anthropologists studied the phone habits of the Tsimane people, an indigenous group in Bolivia. They had just gotten phones for the first time. Within weeks, they were checking them constantly. They were sharing messages. They were sending photos. They were doing the exact same thing you do. The pattern was identical. The drive to connect with others is universal. It's hardwired. It doesn't matter if you live in a city or a jungle. Your brain wants to know what everyone else is doing. Let's talk about dopamine. It's the chemical that drives all of this. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's about motivation. It's about wanting. It's about craving. In the 1950s, researchers discovered that rats would press a lever for a dopamine hit until they starved to death. They didn't want food anymore. They wanted the feeling of wanting. That's what your phone does. It gives you the feeling of wanting, the anticipation of a notification, the hope of a message, the possibility of connection. And that feeling is powerful. But here's the problem. Your brain wasn't built for infinite information. It was built for scarcity. On the savannah, information was rare and valuable. You couldn't just check it whenever you wanted. You had to work for it. You had to talk to people. You had to pay attention. You had to earn it. Now, information is free and endless. Your brain can't handle it. It's like giving a mouse unlimited cheese. It will eat itself to death. Your brain will scroll until it burns out. So what do? You can't turn off your ancient brain. And you don't want to. That brain kept your ancestors alive, but you can outsmart it. You can set boundaries. You can put your phone in another room. You can turn off notifications. You can check your phone at specific times rather than constantly. You can treat your attention like the scarce resource it is. And when you feel that urge to check, pause. Ask yourself, why am I reaching for my phone? Am I bored, anxious, lonely? Is there something else I need? Your brain is telling you it needs connection. But connection doesn't always mean your phone. Sometimes it means talking to the person next to you. Sometimes it means being alone with your thoughts. Sometimes it means doing nothing at all. The most successful people in the world treat their attention like gold. They don't let their phones interrupt them. They don't check notifications during deep work. They don't scroll mindlessly. They understand that attention is the most valuable resource you have, and they protect it. So the next time you reach for your phone, the next time you feel that familiar pull, the next time you unlock the screen without thinking, pause. Remember, you're not broken. You're not addicted. You're not failing. You're ancient. You're doing exactly what your ancestors would do. The only difference is the tool. And tools you can control. You pick up your phone, you look at the screen, you put it down. That small act of noticing, that tiny moment of awareness, that is the most human thing you can do, because it's not about the phone, it's about survival. And survival, it turns out, is a choice.